Hey friends, welcome back to Inspired by Real Estate. We're a network of expert advisors dedicated to real-time information, educating and inspiring you with the inside scoop on all things real estate, eliminating the stress and worry about buying a house so that you can improve your lives, and ultimately we want to help you reach financial freedom. Mortgage approvals are important, but all mortgage approvals are not the same. And I hear people saying all the time, am I approved? How much can I afford? What are my mortgage payments going to be? What's the interest rate? Should I lock the rate today? What does even that mean? How much is my down payment? All these questions, they're great questions that people come up with. And a lot of times they keep them up at night when they're looking to buy a house. So let's just jump right in and put you at ease. We have helped thousands of families buy houses, and once we start helping you, we are available to you all the time. That is really the difference between most banks and lenders. All these advertisements I see about doing it yourself are just that. They're advertisements. This is the biggest purchase you have ever made. You don't want to be doing it on your own. You want an expert advisor available to you to help you with your questions. We're available via text or email or phone, or if you want to come in and visit face-to-face, or we can do it online and visit online. Now let's answer your questions. Am I approved? There are 3 different ways to be approved. One is considered a pre-qualification. This is where we get an idea of your income and your credit based on a conversation or an online application. And we tell you, based on what we're seeing, you're qualified to buy a house. It's worth a little peace of mind, but that's about it. Number 2 is an approval, or a pre-approval. This is where the automated system has gone in, calculated your credit scores, run the down payment amounts, calculated the debt ratios, and comes back and says, yes, you're approved, assuming you can prove your income and your assets and you buy a house within this price range. Number 3 is my favorite. It's a certified home buyer approval. This is where our special underwriter certifies your income and your assets and says, yes, go buy a house up to this amount. Basically, it's a blank check that gives you a rock solid approval. This not only gives you peace of mind, but it also helps prove to the seller you're serious about buying their house and you can afford it. Speaking of that, people often ask, how much can I afford? This is where all the online calculators and automation lose touch with reality. This is why you want an expert advisor like me to talk with. After 30 years of mortgage and real estate business, we have seen a thing or two and can help you decide what you can afford. Just because some online calculator says you can afford a $3,000 house payment, that doesn't mean you should buy a house with a $3,000 house payment. I see it all the time. We want you to own a house that helps you reach financial peace, not own a house where you have sleepless nights worrying. Online rocket mortgage type companies don't talk about that. We start talking about how much you want your house payment to be each month and how much you can afford based on your budget. Once we understand your goals, now we can talk about how much you can afford. So what's the rate? I guarantee you one thing, the rate is going to change. And if I tell you a rate today, right this minute, it will be different tomorrow. It's kind of like gas prices. If you need gas today, then today is when you buy gas. The fact that it's $1.23 a gallon or $4.23 a gallon last week doesn't really matter because I need gas today. Mortgage rates are based on whatever the stock market and the bond markets are doing, going up, going down. Sometimes there's a little bit of a trend up or a little bit of a trend down. And based on our suggestion, if we lock in your rate as soon as you find a house, then there's no stress. There's no pressure. Just lock it in when you find a house. What about the guy down the street or the bank across town, or someone who's quoting some crazy rate online? Again, back to the price of gas. Gas prices across the country vary depending on where you are, but they're all fairly close in one particular range. Sure, one guy may be at $1.99 and the other guy on the corner is $1.97 or $2.03, but it's fairly close. The same thing with mortgage rates. You may have one guy quoting 4.25% and he has $500 in fees. Another guy may be charging 4.125, but he has $850 or $1,000 in fees. Or even a 4.5% rate, but he has 0 fees. Well, which one's the best? It's all going to be about the same when we get to the end, but there are true ways to compare, and we can give you a tool to help you compare. The question that keeps people up at night is, how do I know if I'm getting a good deal? We can help you with that. We monitor all of our competitors and compare all the rates and fees all the time. But I want you to think about something real quick. If you drink coffee, where do you stop for coffee? Do you go to Starbucks? Do you go to 7-Eleven? Do you make it at home? Or maybe you go to McDonald's? All 4 have coffee, but all 4 are not the same, and the price is not the same. Why would you pay $4 for coffee at Starbucks when it's 99 cents at 7-Eleven, or it's 25 cents at home? Well, why? Well, because we all have different reasons. Sometimes it's service, sometimes it's taste, sometimes it's preference, maybe it's a time or convenience issue. When talking about your mortgage and buying a house, you want an expert advisor with lots of experience, with a proven, repeatable process for helping people buy houses. And most importantly, you want an excellent experience. It's stressful enough to buy a house and move. We want to make the experience as peaceful as possible so that you don't have to worry about it. I hope this helps in your journey. We can do this and you can help us. We're here for you all along the way. If you want proof, our reviews are online, or you can send me an email and I'll send you a list of happy customers to talk with. Don't worry about it. We have this. You can reach me by phone or by text or by email. My website, anthonypatton.loan or inspiredbyrealestate.com. Hope you have a super great day, and we'll talk to you real soon.